What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Ahsoka series, as we've been talking about, and we get closer and closer to it. But before we do get into that, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars. Don't forget, I have a membership program that you definitely want to join to get the background scenes and behind the scenes on my videos and content, and so you're always ahead of everybody before I put out the content. As well as I have merch that you definitely want to go check out and go get some, as I'll have some new designs coming out pretty soon. And as always, once you're done watching this video, go check out my last one. Give it a thumbs up as you watch. Let's start the show.
Well, welcome to the show with the eternal self. Every visit banger, best believe he don't miss. Do me a favor, drop a sub and keep tuning in. If you like what you see, go and share with your friends.
With the Ahsoka series fast approaching, we know we're gonna get so much stuff. A lot of content, a lot of characters, even ones that I'm pretty sure we are definitely sleeping on. But the one I want to talk about is of Grand Admiral Thrawn, as we know his charisma and ability to be the big bad for not just the Ahsoka series, guys, but Dave Filoni's Mandalorian era movie as well. Now, we talk about the trailer here. We've been talking about all that for such a long time. But we know that the characters that it does really focus on is of Ahsoka, Sabine, as they're in combat with Baylan, Shin, and Morgan Elsbeth's characters, and the Mystery Inquisitor that will likely be enough to keep these characters definitely busy during the Ahsoka series. Now, while it does seem that Baylan, Shin, and Morgan and the Inquisitor will all probably be working together, unless the Inquisitor is from a different timeline in some capacity to find Thrawn, we know they're all going to be teaming up and they're going to be posing a bigger threat in the Ahsoka series, but just for a short term. Now, making them at the forefront for, the 8-episode arc is definitely key, and it's important because I feel like it will build on Thrawn's character as we get closer and closer. Now, it's definitely going to be easier for Ahsoka to succeed no matter what in the series without Thrawn being at the forefront, especially since Thrawn will likely be the villain in the Mandalorian era film, which will end everything. It makes sense to set up his arc and briefly introduce him rather than making him the most important character in just one show. And then it's like you kind of, it's like a burnout. Look at like Andor, right? You think about that. That was a slow burner. And I think that with this character, when it comes to Thrawn, it just makes so much sense. I mean, let's go back to just, the Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2 and even 3. Right? We know with Moff Gideon, we didn't get him till the very end of season 3 of The Mandalorian, which that's a whole nother conversation we'll get into at another time. Or, I mean, I kind of already have gotten into that in other videos. So that's something you could definitely go back and check on. But with Moff Gideon, I could understand that because he's such, a complex character that you definitely can see where there's some similarities with him and Thrawn, and it makes sense to utilize these characters and make them kind of like, again, use them where you can not really show too much of them, but their aura is always there. You know that their names are always going to come up, and they're always kind of like the ones behind the scenes doing everything. And that's what's so great about Thrawn, is that he's such a amazing character that you don't even need to have him in the series, but the fact that you just name drop him or name reference him, it adds so much to the series. I mean, just look at even in The Mandalorian when we had the Ahsoka episode. I mean, just hearing his name, Thrawn, lit up everybody. Everybody was so excited because this was something that we were waiting for such a long time. And with Thrawn's character, this is nothing short but sweet, and this is going to be bigger in the long run. Now, Thrawn, like I said, having a smaller role in the Ahsoka series is definitely smarter, and it will help set up his legend to be all the more impressive. And especially, like I said, it makes it more interesting that we're going to see, whoever is supporting Thrawn and is behind the scenes working with him to be at the forefront to basically take that. As we know, we're going to get Thrawn at some point in the Ahsoka series. We already got it in the trailer, but most probably it's going to be the last 2 episodes. I wouldn't doubt it, as we know that we still have 2 seasons left of The Mandalorian, which is season 4 and 5, and then we have the movie, which will end everything. But again, guys, I want to get your guys' thoughts and theories on this. Do you think potentially it makes sense? And do you think that that will be the MO for the Ahsoka series? Do you think that, when it comes to Thrawn's character, he won't really have a big role and he'll be more involved in The Mandalorian and also the Mando movie? And maybe if we get an Ahsoka season 2, that's where he'll be as well. More into that. But I think when it comes to Thrawn, I think we'll see more screen time with him in the movie. But comment down below, let me know your thoughts and theories on this news. For more Star Wars content, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars. Don't forget I have a membership program that you definitely want to join so that way you can check it out while I am putting out content, which I do put out daily. You can join me on a live stream as I'm editing my content and getting it ready, as I do put out content daily, and you can talk to me about anything Star Wars behind the scenes. Don't forget I have a merch that you definitely want to go get your Eternal Sith merch at. And as always, the Eternal Sith, then, now, forever. Later, guys.